An inseparable part of the life of the Orthodox Church is divine worship, which has taken shape over the course of many centuries. The liturgical experience allows us to come into contact with eternity, not simply to remember some event that happened long ago, but to become its witness and even its participant. The ascetic of the past century, the here martyr Sergius Mechev, expressed this very precisely when he said, "The Holy Church tells us that our worship, our celebration is not merely a remembrance, but the most real and authentic participation in these events, a participation made possible only through divine worship. This is made possible in large part through hymnographic texts. These texts contain the main theological and soteriological ideas, that is, the ideas connected with the salvation of man, which belong to the event or feast being commemorated. At the same time, in the yearly cycle of Orthodox worship, special honor is given not only to the most important moments from the life of the Savior or the Mother of God described in the Gospel and preserved in holy tradition, but also to the memory of certain saints. The days on which their memory is celebrated are called great feasts. It is with precisely such special reverence that the Orthodox Church honors two apostles, Peter and Paul. The very fact that the memory of these two apostles is celebrated on the same day is remarkable. Peter was a fisherman. From almost the very first days of Christ's preaching, he followed him and listened to his teaching. He witnessed many important moments in the early life of Jesus, the transfiguration and the prayer in the Garden of Gethsemane. It was Peter who first confessed him as the Son of God. As we read in the Gospel according to Matthew, Simon Peter answered and said, "Thou art the Christ, the Son of the living God." Paul, however, was originally a convinced persecutor of Christians. He was well educated, a disciple of Gamaliel, a teacher of the law who was widely respected among the Jewish people, and he was also a Roman citizen. Yet, despite all this, Jesus called him to apostolic ministry after his ascension into heaven. And as researchers note, his being called an apostle fully agrees with the general principles of apostleship, since the words of Christ apply to him in the fullest sense. "You did not choose me, but I chose you." So, as we approach the feast of the Holy Apostles, Peter and Paul, we will prepare ourselves ahead of time by tuning to the hymns of the feast, especially the Troparion and the Kontakion. In this new series of video lessons, we will study these hymns carefully. We will look at the texts themselves, compare the Greek, Church Slavonic, and English translations, and try to understand what the Church is teaching us through these short but profound liturgical texts. The goal is not simply to know the words, but to enter more deeply into the feast itself. When the day of the feast arrives, we want to be able to hear these hymns attentively, understand what is being sung, and participate more fully in the liturgical celebration. In the next few videos, we will begin a detailed study of the Troparion and Kontakion of the Holy Apostles Peter and Paul. So stay tuned and make sure you do not miss the upcoming lessons. Together, we will prepare for the feast through the language, theology, and beauty of the Church's hymnography.